Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about, we are always going on and on, or I'm always going on and on about the spiritual properties of the different plants that are in our products. And for Mother's Day this year, we're doing 2 of our best-selling candles, but we're offering them in these really beautiful onyx candle vessels. And so I've got one burning right now. These are sort of the inserts for them, the glass inserts, and then they just fit inside these onyx vessels. And so this is the white onyx, which is really pretty. There's also like a
Pink.
sort of a pink rosy one that we're doing too, which is pretty. But I wanted to look up, because I'm not an expert on the spiritual properties of stones, so I looked up in this wonderful book about the spiritual properties of onyx. And it says what onyx does is that it helps to improve the connection to the whole and intuitive self, so that one may be aware of the opportunities available from their intuitive guidance. So those are the spiritual properties of onyx, which is also lovely. And then it goes on to say that it also furthers the qualities of sentience for the instincts, helping one to both see and feel the guidance. So I think what they're trying to say there is it helps to improve that quality of sentience. My understanding of that is that it's going into sort of what we would call the senses beyond sort of the physical senses. So that's going to be clairaudience, clairsentience, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. There's like 2 or 3 other ones, but basically your ability to know without knowing. So it goes into that knowingness, goes into that intuitive feeling, all of that kind of thing. And it's really lovely because I think when someone's on that path and that journey of sort of opening up to more of their own, they're kind of like internal guidance system, I like to call it. It's nice for that to be sort of a gentle process, because oftentimes it can get confusing if you're kind of tapping into more understandings of energies that are going on around you. They're not necessarily yours, right? So how do you filter out what is the guidance and information coming from those higher self of like what's your higher self versus what's coming from other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions, what's going on in collective consciousness, what the ego voice has to say, all of those types of things. So I think the onyx appears to be a really nice support for what's going on, certainly with the blessings candle, and then a little bit even with the lilac too, which is just sort of reinforcing that positive voice that says, like, you know, no matter what, you're going to be okay, and that you've always got your answers available to you. So it's a way to sort of like have that feeling of connection in that happens with meditation without having to maybe spend as much time in meditation, which I know Shelby behind the camera is really excited about. So I hope that helps you. Like I said, I'm not an expert on onyx, but I did look it up and I wanted to share that just in case you were wondering, you know, what are some of the properties of onyx. And, you know, if any of you are out there that are specialists and experts in crystals and stones, certainly chime in and let me know what you think, because I'm always open to learning that. And maybe you're just like, you know what, Candace, I don't care about the spiritual properties of the plants and the stones, I just think they're beautiful. Then that all counts too. So hope you guys love that and find that helpful. These are the Mother's Day gifts. We're excited about them.